So, the votes are in and we have a house name.
Oh my.
The entertainment industry must be really dire at this point because we are going to a dark place. I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of good contenders for the name. I think my favorite one was, one of them was Grimrock, which was pretty funny, actually.
I'm gonna go ahead and veto that.
Can you feel it?
Another one was a Edgar Allan Poe reference that I didn't quite understand, but I don't read much Poe.
Tenuously thin here.
Yes, the Amontillado. That was a pretty good one.
Somebody also had a third one, but he put it in after the vote was complete, so sorry dude, it was a good one. So our first recruits, we have a Houndmaster,
nice.
a Man-at-Arms, and a Wizard!
A bond forged by battle.
That's like hitting the lottery for just starting out.
Yeah, I have one really good run, and I have a bad run from this batch of recordings. But we also have our new recruits. I kind of don't want to rename Reynald and Dismiss for fear of losing the achievement, but
Right.
for our Plague Doctor, we have Strange Matter from SA. For our Vestal, we have Lucy Wannabe, I believe? Yes. I'm also kind of playing around with colors because they didn't specify.
Right.
For the Plague Doctor, I didn't find any colors I liked. It's all like a weird variant of green.
Yeah. Plague Doctor is not that exciting.
I'm not gonna give her a black cloak or anything. For our Houndmaster, we have Voltic Surge. And he's got a really good trait. He has by default 10% death blow resist.
Oh, nice.
For our Man-at-Arms, we have Selnar. He and I have a history, mainly him yelling at my streams, which is why I'm amused he got Bellow.
Good.
And for our Occultist, we have someone from YouTube, actually.
Oh my.
Yeah, I opened up recruitment to both YouTube and SA.
You're going out of Highwang?
Well, I gotta make it a little bit fair, at least. Also,
Yeah.
to note, with everybody's rankings, what I did is I basically... Since we had a bunch of people going for a bunch of roles, what I basically did was put it up to a dice roll. So, if you didn't get in there, you'll have another chance because by the end of this LP we'll have at least 2 of every class. 3 for the Vestal and Occultist because I am very paranoid about healers.
Right.
But yeah, this is our first crew, and we have to leave Strange Matter and Reynald to stress relief, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Because, during the tutorial missions, I had a run of bad luck. I almost lost Reynald to the tutorial, of all things.
How?
The big guy did 2 point-blank shots.
Oh.
To the weary and broken alike.
It was... I don't know what this is, but I had some mondo bad luck. I think the Dark Place's state is already cursed. Now, typically what I like to do at the beginning is search for any quests with deeds. However, I don't know what I was thinking here. Luckily, there weren't any missions with deeds, but for this I was looking for accessories, which is kind of a mistake.
Well, accessories are useful as well.
Yeah, but for the start of the game, what my mindset is I want to rush upgrading the blacksmith, because the blacksmith is going to determine your base HP, your speed, and your evasion, which are keys to keeping you alive.
Right.
So, as I so eloquently put it in the thread, y'all are gonna see today why the occultist makes me pull my hair out.
I think I may have an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, the quote-unquote best healer.
Yes.
We are also doing a medium-length mission today just to show off camping.
I'm kind of surprised you brought a Vestal along with your occultist. I figured you would bring Dismiss.
Nah, I like to play safe, so if possible I like to have double healers. Plus, the occultist is my offensive support as well, so if I'm not healing with him, I'm stabbing, I'm marking, I'm being a general heal.
Right.
Plus, given how we have a character that exploits marks, it's actually pretty good.
Ah, yes, the Houndmaster.
He's not the best one to target with marks, but hey, he's got it, so I'll use it.
Is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
At this point, I also realized, wait a minute, what are my traits for everyone? So Selnar has 0 speed. Voltic Surge has -1 speed from a trait.
Good.
The Occultist fears the Eldritch. What?
Well, I mean, he knows what's out there. Come on.
And the Vestal has slow speed on the first turn. Basically, this entire team on turn 1
Watch your step.
has anywhere between 2 to 0 speed, so they are last on the initiative chart.
I enjoy how the first thing that happened is the occultist walking face first into a trap. That's always a good start to a dungeon.
Yes, it's wonderful, isn't it? Now, this is a exploration mission. We only have to explore 90% of rooms, and there's a bit of math to this. Oh, here we go. First off, I'll explain that later. But you mentioned a dark run.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Secrets and
You can
wonders
completely
be
snuff out your
found in the
torch
most
if you want to
tenebrous
gamble.
corners of this place.
Not a bad haul.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, as I was explaining, for room exploration, you only have to explore 90% of rooms, and there's a kind of math to it. You could calculate how many rooms you have to do, but if you want a quick crib sheet for short missions, you could skip 1 room. For medium missions, you could skip 2, and for long missions, you could skip anywhere between 2 to 3.
Is that a hard and fast rule? Like every
If
medium
only
mission's going to
treasure
have
could staunch the flow
2
of
rooms left over?
other
I've had
worldly
situations where
corruption.
medium has had 1 room and long has had 2 rooms, so
Okay.
it's a
Even
thing to
the
go by
cold
if you want to
stone
plan ahead.
seems bent on
Okay.
preventing passage.
As you can see here, I am skipping the 2 bottom rooms at the beginning because I am hedging my bets on the fact that this dungeon only needs to miss 2 rooms. And since there's not a lot of combat until I get to a certain point, I could keep that torch off and hopefully loot. But I don't think I found anything in between here and the combat we're about to face.
Oh yeah, you got a double block of combat coming up. That's fun.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. Well, not a double block.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think it's time to show off camping.
What, already?
A moment of respite.
So, camping is an interesting thing. You open up by having to choose what you eat. Now, depending on how much you eat, you could either reduce stress and heal damage, or the opposite. Now, since I'm a big baby, I like to dedicate 1 person to preventing nighttime ambushes. When you camp, there is the off chance that you will be caught in an ambush and you have to fight in 50% light, I believe?
I believe it's 0.
I'm not sure which it is. It's been so long. Now, during camping, you can choose skills to buff party members, teammates, or remove stress. What you do is up to your discretion. Right now, I'm basically using Selnar to buff my allies because he has that capacity. And I'm a little wary on what to do here because I wanted to remove Xander's stress, but nobody else could do that, so I just decide, might as well go in whole. Dog's gonna be my damage, so I'm gonna give him a little extra help.
Alright.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We
Now, there is
require
a
only
trick
the
people used to
strength
do
follow
with
it.
camping missions where they would like camp in the first or second room and then abandon it just for quick stress heal and disease heal. Which is kind of a scumbag strategy in my opinion.
A little bit. I remember they also used to do that because
Another
the
abomination
camping buffs used to last the
from
entire
our
mission.
lands.
Yeah, that's it.
So you could essentially buff yourself up and have a buffed party the entire length of the run, and that is no longer the case.
So, onto this battle. The spiders are a interesting mob that I wish was a bit more common among the enemies. What they like to do is they have their webbers stun and mark the target, and then they have their spitters attack the marked target. Now, when a target is marked, the webbers will actually attack the marked target too, which is why I had Selnar here go into riposte mode because he targets himself. but I think that was a little
Is struck.
unnecessary.
Blazing star is born.
Slightly.
Also, good start to the weird heal, 11 out of 12.
Why did you just stab the spider?
I don't know. I wanted to show off how bad weird healing was, but that kind of backfired on me.
Expedition at least.
Oh, you got
promises
another ruby.
success.
Yeah, I got a lot of rubies this run, actually. And now time for the back-to-back double season WWE title match. First off, not actually a hard fight.
No. Not bad at all.
The maggots are kind of a hassle just because they stun and add stress damage along with a baby attack.
Executed
Right.
with
But they're still a
impunity.
pain just because they have like... I want to say they have like 200% stun chance because I've never seen them not stun.
I've seen that happen several times, actually. I don't think their stun chance is that incredible.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here comes match number 2.
Radiance, may we find victory.
Oh.
The knife is a really good ability for the occultist just because it lets you hit rank 3 and it has like a good hit rate. And this is the one time I find a Hound's Harry to be useful. Normally I don't use it because it's that garbage. But hey,
Right.
it got a kill.
Yeah? Hound's Harry is really great against one specific boss we'll see much later, but I mean,
Yeah.
aside from that, yeah, it's kind of pointless.
Even then I find it kind of You could get much better gimmicks out of that boss. But that's beside the point. We are getting a lot of crits for this session.
Yeah. For being at full light, that's kind of unusual.
I should have Hound Harry's there just so I could kill the Actually, I think the Brawler had 2 health, which is why I didn't do it.
Their formation
Make that 3
is
crits.
broken. Maintain the offensive.
Oh, I know why I didn't bother, because the bleed was a guaranteed kill,
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
feeling a bit pompous.
Be
Yeah.
wary. Triumphant pride precipitates
Now we got a...
dizzying fall.
I believe that amplifies your Blight skill chance, but I don't think this team has that capacity.
It does not. But you can take that back for your Plague Doctor or something.
Now, bookshelves are really annoying to me. We got a good one that shows us all curios, but like 80% of the time it's gonna be they read an unsettling passage and they either take 30 stress damage or they half your torchlight. But that's not the only thing they could do. Books can also hold lore into the game's backstory. And that just really irritates me. Also, I missed with the knife. That's really not good. Okay, fuck it. Let's go. So the Houndmaster has a neat trick. He takes up an inventory slot for 2 chances to use a buff. This is really nice because you could just say, okay, I don't like this fight, let's end it.
Press disadvantage.
If I remember correctly, they used to have a much more powerful buff, but only had one of them at a time.
I don't think the efficiency of the buff has changed. I think they just gave you more because the one buff felt a little, like, it didn't feel like it was worth the merit to bring a Houndmaster. Even though they have the best stun in the game, so I don't know what these people are talking about.
Yeah, Houndmasters are great.
I really should show off another skill that Xander has, but I'm too busy here healing nothing! Oddly enough, that is not the worst outcome. You could get a 0 heal and bleed him.
Yes, the occultist heal is very much a high risk, high reward sort of
The
thing.
fiend falls.
Yes, either a swing vote or hot garbage. More than often, I find when I need it, it's hot garbage.
Oh, it's always it's always hot garbage when you actually need it to work.
Yeah. It's like, oh good, 2 heal. Oh, you're also bleed. Good job, idiot. Oh, it's such a good healer though, because wow. When you get heal gear on an occultist, holy shit.
Oh yeah, you can go from death's door to full health in one turn. That's fucking incredible.
Seize this momentum. push on to the task.
Now I have extra keys here, but I'm a little bit hesitant on getting this chest. Whatever.
Were you thinking about dropping your torch again?
Laden with loot.
No, I wanted to see if I should save my key for other curios and a possible secret. Because you can find secret rooms in this game, but I don't get any luck yet. Suffice to say... Oh, go ahead.
It's generally always best to use your keys on the heirloom chest, just because you need the heirlooms early on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, gambling for a secret room doesn't seem like a good idea to me personally.
I like to do it early on just because I'm trying to get one accessory. Well, two technically, but there's one that's kind of vital to me.
For a task well performed.
Also, the ruins have a lot of walls. Jesus. Now, the thing about secret rooms is that you can only reveal them by scouting. So even if you know the trick and try to game the system, you actually cannot enter a secret room without knowing it's there.
Well, I mean, how would you even know it's there if you didn't scout it?
Well, what I tried to do back when first they were introduced, I tried to press the enter room button in every square possible during a dungeon run. And that doesn't work, which, bravo, Red Hook. I didn't think you'd realize that. That's genius. Now I decide to use this ability.
Finally.
A lot better than I remember.
Yeah, that skill is great for taking out the back row.
Really, I don't like AoE in this game. I never feel like I get enough out of it.
That skill is one of the exceptions.
Abyssal Artillery?
Yeah.
I don't. It just feels like in general, like, because with the Crusaders, the Highwaymen's, I think the only AoE I actually like is the Grave Robbers. Just because it has the highest. It has the lowest damage penalty of 33%, while everybody else is like 40, 50, 75. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, let's take him out.
Say hi to Cthulhu for me. And riposte is a wonderful thing.
Yes. I believe that the Abyssal Artillery also has a bonus damage against Eldritch monsters, which makes it really good to take to the Cove.
Yeah, 15% to be precise. I think that levels up with the skill level.
I believe it does.
That's a proper flanking. We're in a 2D plane, dude. That doesn't work. I'm getting some work out of that knife. It's doing so much. Yeah, you can see why we like the Houndmaster. Goodness. And now, unfortunately, since I don't have any keys I'm willing to part with, Selnar's gonna suffer.
Well, I mean, that was entirely your fault.
Oh, I know. But, like...
Could have just opened the chest, but...
I could have done all that. Oh, well.
What? Why do you hate Selnar?
He was the healthiest person with no stress, full health, and I wanted to see if I could, like, get the 5% chance to get a treasure. If there is any. He's fine. Oh. Yeah, this recording session, hunger hated me.
Oh.
A map to nothing. I don't know if scouting from a map would reveal secret rooms. I'm kind of curious about that.
I'm actually not sure if it does.
Like, it would make sense because you wouldn't put your secret room in a map, would you?
I don't know, you got me, man.
And I believe this is the last fight of the dungeon, and it's gonna be a sweep.
Oh, surprise! Good.
50% heal. It's still better than the Vestals at this point, so. Dog time.
Good. Yes, feed the dog.
See, the thing I don't like about using the Houndmaster sometimes is A, their dog biscuit takes up inventory space that could be 1,500 gold, and B, I always forget to eat the stupid biscuit.
I've seen a lot of people with that complaint. They just forget the biscuit is in their inventory.
You know, I think oftentimes it's not that they forget the biscuit, but it's a mentality of, I could probably use it later. Don't think that. Don't ever think that in Darkest Dungeon. If you feel you're anywhere remotely threatened, eat the biscuit.
Good. Nice 2 heal. I love it.
Cultist. You try so hard. Not really. I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't bite the marked target. Like, I was hoping to end that super quick, but then the spider's like, nah. Now, I forget if you could do anything with this curio. I know
so clearly
you could either get a HP heal, a stress heal, or what I get from here. Money. But I don't know if you could use an item to manipulate what you get.
Holy water.
What does that do?
I believe it provides like a massive stress heal, but
Oh,
I'm not sure on that. I might have to double check.
Next recordings.
Yeah.
There's just so many curios out there in the game that I often forget what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And easy mission. Selnar pretty much carried the whole team, but yeah. This team worked well.
The shifted corridors and
I feel like you're
ancestry
abandoning way
beginning
too
to
early.
feel familiar.
I could have gone. I could have fought those 2 fights at the bottom.
Yeah.
Maybe gotten a little extra, but we're done here.
There are more fights, there's more treasure. I mean, don't be scared, man. Go for it.
A very famous well, not very famous, but a relatively famous D&D writer, Matt Colville, mentioned that players are typically risk-averse, and you have to motivate them to take any risks in your game. I'm that example. I do not like taking risks.
Of hope.
Oh, wow, you actually gained gold gambling. Never seen that before.
Neither have I. That was the first time. Good job, Strange Matter. I approve. So we get a couple new recruits.
You
Okay.
will be laughing still at the end.
Jester and Arbalist.
I'm actually kind of glad I got the Jester in a reason we'll see in a minute as I browse my user list, because Jester was like the least popular one until the last moment where a dude votes. His name is P, and now he is P Green.
Wow, that worked out quite well.
And he also comes with every skill I expect out of the Jester. Our Arbalist is Milesk. And I forget who our second Vestal is. I keep wanting to call them a priest. It's Sejonkil. Now this is actually kind of funny. Sejonkil and someone else on the forum had the exact same loadout, so when I was typing out this info, I was like, wait, did I do a typo
No
somewhere?
mistake.
And no,
We will
2 people
face
back to back
ever
had the
greater
same
threats.
requested
Our
classes.
soldiers must be ready.
And now, I'm gonna make a bit of a mistake right here. We've unlocked the guild and the blacksmith. The guild will allow you to unlock skills and level up skills as you need them. The blacksmith will allow you to forge weapons and make them, well, not forge weapons, but make your current weapons stronger. What I should be doing is going to the blacksmith and start getting people's armor up so they don't take as many hits, because armor affects HP and dodge. Weapon would be nice because that affects speed, but it's not necessary. But I'm about to dump a good 66% of my budget on getting skills.
Yeah, it's not a great idea.
Well, I like to get everybody into their archetype pretty quick, namely Dismas here. And about this point I realize, wait a minute.
Yeah,
crap.
You're literally spending yourself into poverty again.
The bellows blast once again.
And next
forge
episode,
stands
we'll
ready
see
to make
why that
weapons
was
of
a
war.
really bad idea.
Oh, Oh no.